I'm James, and I'm just going to give you a super quick tutorial of how to use midpage. The first thing you can do in midpage is chat across our database of case law, statutes, regulations, constitutions. So here we can type in find a case reference and SDNY. And so our agent has gone and run a search, and it has took the results and asked this question across all of them, and then it bases its answer on the search results. And one thing you'll notice is that in midpage, something that we do that other platforms don't do is we hyperlink to the source cases, and you can click on them and get a preview that will automatically scroll to the relevant section. Of course, you can also just open up the full case if you'd like. We also verify the quotes. So anything in quotes that is hyperlinked and underlined here, that means we actually found this quote in this case. For quotes that we were unable to verify, we'll underline them with red. Those are usually right, but sometimes just have a weird character in the source text that we weren't able to verify. So we instruct you to double check those ones. You should, of course, double check all of these things and remember that AI can make mistakes. We just try to make it really easy to verify the output. So that's the first way of searching. You can, of course, attach documents. You can enter deep research modes. There's another way to search in midpage, which is more of a classical research experience. You can search with keywords. So I've just toggled search on, and I'm just going to type in non-compete and enforce. And let's just select the entire Second Circuit and run that query. And so here we get a ton of search results, of course. And each search result, we pass it through a layer of AI that will give you an overview of the case that's going to be tailored to your specific search query. And then we'll also extract key quotes and group them by topic. And you can click on these and it will automatically scroll to that section. So to take this a step further, we can turn these search results into a spreadsheet and then extract information from every single case. So I want to know what was the geographic scope of the non-compete in each of these cases. I can just ask that. And so we're adding a column, and the AI will look at each case individually and give you your answer. So here, in this case, Johnson Controls, it was limited to New York and adjoining states and applied only to a limited group of clients. And again, you can click these and crack open the case, and it will automatically scroll to that section. You can also filter. So if you ask a yes or no question, like, was the non-compete duration greater than 5 years? Set this as a yes or no column. What we do is we process the first 100 results, categorize them as yes, no, or maybe, and then you're able to actually filter only to the yeses or only to the nos. So in this case, I'm looking for something that has a non-compete that has a duration of more than 5 years, and that's pretty rare. That's a pretty long non-compete, and so as you can see, at the first 98 that we've processed, only 6 match that criteria. And then if we go, we can just select here, just show me the yeses. And so now I have 6 results that are responsive to this specific query. I can easily look at the geographic scope because I already asked that question. Maybe I want to bookmark these cases and come back to them later. Now they're going to be saved in my notebook. And from the notebook, it's just the cases that you flagged for this project. You can, of course, go and add back those columns. Another great thing you can do in midpage is add context about what your research task is to the project. So if we say, I'm filing a motion for a preliminary injunction. So here I've just entered in some background facts. And so if we go to our search results, so here I have search toggled on, non-compete. Let's get rid of these old columns. Because I've entered in some context, the AI can determine whether a case is likely to be favorable for me or not. So here, it reads the case and determines this probably isn't the best case for me to cite. But this one enforces a non-compete, although it does narrow the scope. It's kind of favorable because it enforces the non-compete and it's a nationwide non-compete. So that one might be favorable. We can bookmark that. And I can also compare the facts. So again, it's drawing from the context that I've entered here, and it'll give me a list of similarities and distinctions, which makes it really easy to scan through these cases to find the most favorable ones.